Hey everyone, Zootopia 2 is a direct sequel to Zootopia, which was released all the way back in 2016. Now, I'll admit off the bat, I'm not a huge animation movie fan. Most of the movies in my collection are live action movies. However, there are certain animated movies that are very close to my heart, and Zootopia is one of them. Because it's not just an animated movie, it's a cultural phenomenon. Let's talk about this. Now, this movie is directed by the director duo Jared Bush and Byron Howard. Now, at this point, I like to note an interesting fact that Jared Bush was originally involved in the screenplay in the previous film and not the director. But in this movie, he's directing the film along with Byron Howard. So I guess the success of the first film, as well as the kind of chops and talent he showed in the first film, really paid off. Now, Disney has been having a bad run lately. I think we can all agree with that. For example, Moana 2. Moana 2 wasn't that great. I mean, it didn't impress me at all. Then there was another movie called Lion and the Last Dragon, which was also not very impressive. And to top it all off, I heard, and we all know that Moana is getting a live action release in 2026 with Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming in. Not sure how that's going to turn out. Even Snow White with Rachel Zegler, which is a live action version of the awesome animated cartoon, that did not pan out well at all. It was a critical flop. So now with Zootopia 2, has Disney finally made a comeback they deserve? Have they finally turned things around? I would say for the most part, yes. Now I'll still hold on to my belief that Zootopia 1 is still slightly better than Zootopia 2 because it was a lightning in a bottle. It was a brand new concept with a brand new characters, with a brand new storyline. It had everything basically. Now I'm pleased to say that Zootopia 2 does bring out the similar charm. It brings out the similar energy. And also, thank God, the color palette. This movie is just beautifully shot, guys. It's wonderfully animated. You literally, when you go into a theater and watch this, you'll be engrossed with this world. You will literally forget about all your problems and focus on the characters and the journey. Now, in this movie, Judy Hobbs, the rabbit, as well as Nick Wilde, the fox, are back again. They're at it again. And in this time, they're involved in a case that involves a snake. He's a pit viper who goes by the name of Gary the Snake. Now, at this point, we generally expect a mustache twirling villain, someone who's going to go after the duo, kind of ruin their game. No, he's just an innocent snake. He wants to prove that snakes aren't so bad, and he wants to clear his name and wants to save his family. They meet at a gala which was basically meant to commemorate the founding of Zootopia. It's basically an anniversary party, anniversary event, if you will. So there, Gary does steal a journal that contains certain details, or rather, he believes is a proof that might help liberate him, as well as he also kidnaps Milton, who is a Linksley patriarch. Now, Judy does catch up with him, and she realizes that he's innocent. He's not as bad as he seems. Now, so the fox as well as the rabbit team up with him. But here's a problem. Now they are seen as fugitives because Milton wants to protect his family name, since they are the founding fathers, and now he has accused them of kidnapping him. Now they're on the run. It's not just a case they have to solve. It becomes a personal journey, a personal quest to clear their names. Now, the one thing I really like about Zootopia is it's a buddy cop adventure. Now, tell me, guys, how many animated movies are there out there that's actually a buddy cop adventure? Not many. I can't think of much. Maybe The Incredibles, the one, which was released in 2009, that was actually a good, I guess, buddy cop adventure. Or maybe even Kung Fu Panda comes close, but there's not many movies in that genre, and I like that for it. And of course, the action and the comedy are fantastic. I mean, the action was done really well. It was very smooth, like it was shot perfectly. The comedy did land, the jokes did land. I found myself laughing, and I found some people in my theater laughing as well. Now, Judy and Nick's relationship, which is already established in the first film, is further explored in this film. As always, they are very clashing personalities. Will always come at odds with each other, and they're always arguing. They're always not agreeing on something, and this makes solving a case quite difficult. And they're basically difficult co-workers. Now, this makes for a very interesting narrative, and it really keeps you interested. You really want more out of them. Now, is this sequel really something like different? Like does it take the franchise in a dramatically different direction? I would say no. It basically does more of the same thing. Now, is this a good or a bad thing? That completely depends on the viewer. The completely depends on the expectation of the audience. Now, Zootopia 1 established a world. It established a particular tone. It established the nature of these characters. Zootopia 2 just takes that further. It basically builds upon it, but this time there's a new storyline and a new villain to look forward to. And Gary the Snake was really a very amazing addition to this film because he brought the much needed levity as well as the much needed heart to this film. You finally have a character that is very sympathetic. You don't really get irritated or we don't get miffed by looking at him. You actually root for him, and that's quite a good thing. So yeah, it could have. I felt it could have done something different, something more, if not revolutionary, at least something different that the first movie did not do. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It just built upon the foundation that's already been set. I had a really fun time watching this movie, guys. I mean, that is not really a surprise because I had to really be hard pressed to nitpick any flaws in this film. It was one of my most anticipated films, so it is definitely not surprised that I really had a blast with this film. Now, Zootopia is what I like about this film is it is not just for children. Like all those colorful palette and all those fun looking characters, animals brought back to life, showing human characteristics. It's not just for. It's a very clever instrument used by the filmmakers because it's not just for children. It's for us. We adults can also go in there and have an equally good time because it does explore adult themes, adult dynamics, the social cues, everything that us adults can readily relate to. And so that is the beauty of this franchise. It's both for children as well as for adults. Now and we have to remember one thing, guys. There's a long gap between this film and the first one. The first one was released in 2016. Now this one is released in 2025. Not many sequel franchises can get away with this. I mean, you release a sequel after so long, and yet it is equally charming and brings out the same energy, and it is even more successful in the first film. Now that is an amazing achievement right there. The only other franchise I can think of that actually did this was Avatar. That's right. The Avatar Way of the Water literally had a similar kind of success even after releasing after so long time. Now that is something that not many franchises can do, but can only dream of. Also, do check out the post-credit scene. Obviously, I won't reveal what it is. You guys can check it out and see it for yourselves. It is sweet. It is cute. It's all right. It just strengthens something that we all knew was coming. I mean, like we knew it was happening, but it was not made obvious. This one makes it obvious. So I'll leave it at that. You can just check it out. So what do you guys think? Did you guys see this movie? And I really hope you saw it in the theaters because don't wait for it to come on streaming. Don't wait for it to come on the pirate torrenting sites, or don't wait for it to come on home media. See it in the theaters. You won't regret it. You can spend some amount of your time watching this. It is worth your time. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And of course, do hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me as a growing reviewer. And I would love to review more movies for you guys and more interesting movie contents to come. And let's embrace cinema together. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.